Alright, so we're going to show you how to create your painting for this one. So what I've gone and done is I've got my canvas, and we're going to pretend that this is my still life drawing. So I take my objects, I arrange a still life, I take a photo. I then draw these objects out, and what I want to do is I want to indicate light, I want to indicate my form shadow, the shadow on the object, and then I want to indicate the cast shadows, which is the shadows cast on the ground and on the walls, if it is cast on a wall. Alright? A couple of things to keep in mind. Your cast shadow is going to be the darkest, then your form shadow will be the second darkest. We're going to have the light side, which we're going to use as a tint, and then we're going to have a highlight, which we're going to use as a second tint here. I've already planned out my background, so where you're seeing where it says SO and then O and then TO, that's just a shade of orange, a tint of orange 1, and then a tint of orange 2. My background is going to be blue, and it's just going to be a base color primary blue. And then the bottom part down here, which is below my horizon line, so this is my horizon line, so beneath my horizon line, which is where the table is, I'm going to use a tint of blue. I place the tint of blue here on the table because the table is going to collect more light, because generally the light is above the object. Does it matter if I put my tint of blue back here? No. You could put the tint of blue here and you could put the base blue here. Okay? It's however you want to do it. The first thing you want to do is you're going to pick out a color scheme. Now, I've already picked out a color scheme and I've already mixed my colors. I'm going to use complementary colors. Okay? So I'm going to use the colors across from one another on the color wheel. In this case, I'm going to use blue and orange. You could use analogous colors. Okay? 3 colors next to each other on the color wheel, or 3 colors that share the same parent primary color. Alright, so I could do blue, blue, green, and green. That would be fine for an analogous color set. You could also do warm colors versus cool colors, in which case you're probably going to use most of the colors on the color wheel. Alright, so pick out some kind of color scheme. So I've got my brush loaded, and the first thing I want to do is I'm going to start painting my background. And when you paint your drawing, you're going to do a better job than me. Okay? I'm trying to keep this nice, short, and sweet, and so I'm going to move a little bit quicker. What I'm using right now is a technique called dry brushing. When you go to do this, dry brushing is good to start your painting, but you don't want to leave that dry brushing as I'm leaving it here. So what you would actually want to do is cover that up with thicker paint. Now, I'm not going to do that in this video because, again, I'm trying to save time. All right, so I'm just going to paint my background in first. So we're pretending that I'm doing a really good job painting, and I've painted in my background, and everything looks wonderful. Great. So I've got my tint of blue on below my horizon line. All right. Now I'm going to just grab some, and here's my palette. So I've already pre-mixed all my colors. So shade, base, okay, like form shadow, cast shadow, light side, and then highlight. Okay. Table blue. I'm just using primary blue way up here in my background on the wall. So again, start painting the background. You paint the background first because it makes you'll actually go through the painting quicker. You'll have to make less corrections later on if you start in the background first. So we're just going to start in the background first. And whatever paint you're using, you want to put the paint on thick enough so that you can't read the letters or the line drawing underneath it, right? So I would have to use more paint. Okay, so when you go to paint this, you're going to do a much better job than Mr. Claus. Okay, great. I've got my background painted in. So I would clean my brush, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my base orange first. Okay, this is just how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start with my base orange first. This way I don't have to clean the brush as much. And I'm just going to place my orange down. Okay, so just placing the orange on the light side. So this is, again, just a secondary color orange. When I mixed these colors, I mixed this color first, and then I made a shade out of this color, and then I made 2 tints out of this color. Alright, so I made this color first. I put this color down. This color is representing the light side of my painting. See this little mistake right here? You're going to have to go through, and if you have mistakes like that, you do have to correct them. So you just go through, correct it. It's nice and easy. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shift in to, oh my goodness, we're going to place this color here to represent the shadow side. We're going to shift into a tint. So I'm going to grab my tint. I'm going to start placing this tint here on the light side. Okay, we're going to just put it right over this color here. Pretty simple and easy. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my next lightest tint, which is this one. I'm going to place it where my highlight belongs. Okay, we even grab more of that. Place that there. Alright, good. I got my highlight. It's legible. People, when they look at this painting, they'll go, oh yes, that's where the highlight is. Alright, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to clean my brush just a little bit. I don't want this white in my shadow. I'm going to add my shadow color, and I have my shadow color pre-mixed. If you forgot how to make the shadow colors, go watch the video where I show you how to make shadow colors. And I'll just place this color right here inside of my shadow. And this is essentially how you complete this painting. And so what we have is we have 4 values in our painting. We have a highlight, okay? We got the light side, we have the shadow side value, and then we have this cast shadow. So that's 4 values. This is all we need for the painting. This would be great, okay? Here's another example. This one's a little bit sloppier, but it's just another way to do it. I'm trying to show you that there's multiple solutions. I'm still using a complementary color scheme, except my light side is orange and my shadow side is blue, and then I just shift my colors around a little bit. Okay, so 2 different ways to do it. You decide which one works. In my opinion, this is the easiest method. This is why I demo this one, but it's really up to you. It's your painting. Good luck, and may the force be with you.